When asked, what's the most popular star after the Sun? The answer is usually Polaris. This celestial object has provided humanity with much utility. Thanks to it, seafarers and travelers for years oriented themselves and determined their routes, while ancient peoples considered Polaris a great source of energy. Finding Polaris in the night sky. What is Polaris like? Of course, many know it as the main nighttime landmark in the northern hemisphere. Polaris points north. To find it in the night sky, you need to locate the constellations Ursa Major, Big Dipper, and Ursa Minor, Little Dipper. They hardly resemble bears, of course. They're more like two dippers. Once you find the Little Dipper, you'll see the outermost star in its handle. That's Polaris. Often, the Big Dipper is more visible. In that case, you can also easily find the desired object. Take the distance between the two outermost stars of the Big Dipper's cup and extend that line 5 times. Polaris will be there. Polaris isn't static. Constellations and stars are constantly moving, and it's extremely difficult to orient oneself by them at different times of the year. However, Polaris itself is almost always stationary, located in the polar sector of the sky, and points strictly north. This is its special value for those who want to orient themselves in unfamiliar terrain. Once we find Polaris, we know where north is. From there, it's simple. Face north, south is behind you, east is to your right, and west is to your left. Why Polaris appears stationary and its true distance. But why is it almost stationary? The reason is that our Earth's axis points directly at it, which is why we see it in the same spot. By the way, the star is only visible from the northern hemisphere. The southern hemisphere cannot see it. All this time, we've been observing Polaris from Earth. But let's travel into space and take a closer look at it. Of course, the distance to it is currently insurmountable, and it's unlikely humans will be able to visit it anytime soon. But we can organize a virtual space journey. Previously, the distance to the star was thought to be 434 light-years, but a couple of years ago, a group of European, Canadian, and American scientists conducted a study and found that Polaris is 323 light-years away from us. Why is this important? Accurate information about the distance to Polaris will allow for more precise determination of many other cosmic distances, as they are derived from it. For example, scientists use the star to calculate distances between galaxies and clusters. Polaris, a supergiant Cepheid. In the list of the brightest stars, Polaris doesn't even make it into the top 40. It's in 46th place. It is outshone by stars like Sirius, Vega, and others. Polaris belongs to the type of stars called supergiants. It is classified as a Cepheid, a pulsating variable star with a fairly precise period. Its brightness changes by 0.03 over 3.97 days. We are observing a peculiar cosmic lighthouse. Our Sun would look very modest next to it, as Polaris's radius is 46 times larger than the Sun's radius. It is 2,000 times brighter than our star, 4.5 times more massive, but only slightly hotter, just over 300 ring operator Celsius. Polaris, a triple star system and exoplanets in triple systems. And for dessert, Polaris is a triple star system. At the center is Polaris A itself. The second, Alpha B, is a dwarf star with an orbital period of 42,000 years. The third, smallest dwarf, Polaris AB, is located 17 Australian dollars from Polaris A, and its orbital period is 29.6 years. There's nothing unusual about multiple star systems themselves, apart from having 3 stars, of course, and they are not much rarer than ordinary single-star systems. But what's truly astonishing is that exoplanets are found in such star systems. Previously, it was believed that the orbit of such celestial objects would be very unstable due to the intense gravitational interaction that would occur between the three stellar objects. No exoplanets have been discovered in the Polaris system, but in the constellation Centaurus, about 320 light-years from Earth, astronomers discovered a planet orbiting three stars for the first time a couple of years ago. For scientists, the surprisingly stable orbit of the planet, named HD 131399 was a big surprise. According to data on its signature, the planet is a gas giant similar to Jupiter, but 4 times heavier. Scientists estimate that the exoplanet's age is only about 16 million years, making it one of the youngest exoplanets discovered. And its surface temperature of 580 ring operator Celsius also makes it one of the coldest among the discovered exoplanets. The largest star in the system, HD 131399a, is about twice as massive as our Sun, while the other 2 stars are much smaller. Exoplanet HD 131399a, in turn, orbits the largest star in this system at a distance of about 80 astronomical units. The remaining 2 stars orbit each other at a distance of approximately 10 astronomical units, which is roughly double the distance between the Sun and Saturn. They are located about 300 astronomical units from the main star. For approximately half the time it takes for the planet to complete one orbit around the star, about 550 Earth years, all 3 stars remain visible. I don't know about you, but I immediately thought of the planet Tatooine from Star Wars, where there were 3 suns, remember? But thanks to systems like Polaris, we can also observe 3 stars from our planet, albeit at a very great distance.